What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Hopefully the lighting looks a little bit better in here. We started putting up some new lights. My dad came over and was helping me the other day. So hopefully this video looks a little bit better. We're not finished yet. We're still got to keep moving that way on this side, and eventually we're going to come all the way out to here. But the reason you guys clicked on this video, the new Style Short Hub that is out for the Genesis Coupe, I have not seen anyone talk about this at all. But you'll finally be able to retain your clock spring, which now your turn signals will turn off automatically. You'll be able to wire up a horn and all that other good stuff, because the old style, you had to delete that. If you guys saw my last install video a couple videos ago, you'll see that we had to remove it. We have the new one right here, and as you can tell, it's a little bit different design. Once I get the other one out, I'll show you. But this one will allow you to keep your clock spring, which is huge. I mean, that's the small things. But I'm excited I finally got this. I'm not gonna go into detail with how to do it, because if you guys want to, you guys can click the video I just made. I'll link it up here. But it's basically just taking apart what I already installed and just replacing this part right here. I'm not gonna bore you guys with an install. But let me get the short hub out and show you guys the comparison. So now with the old one out, you can see the difference. There's nowhere for the clock spring to sit like this one. This one goes almost inside the clock spring like that. And you can run all the wires through it then and keep everything plugged up, keep everything connected. This one will be for sale. By the time this goes up, I'll probably have it on Facebook and Instagram. It's brand new. Obviously, I haven't drove the car. It's been winter time, but it'll be for sale. Don't miss out. If you guys are not yet subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe right now. Like, go subscribe right now. There's about 88% of you guys that are watching my videos are not subscribed, so just go subscribe now. And don't miss out. We bought a neglected FRS off a buddy, and we're gonna be rebuilding it on the channel for you guys. So I'm not gonna be going step by step on this part, but once you get to this point where everything's taken back apart, all you're gonna do is plug everything back in and reposition this on the steering wheel. Just make sure you guys do not turn this and spin this. You don't want to mess up the steering sensor, like the angle of it. I've made sure since I took this out, I've not moved it at all. You don't really want to mess with that. So like I said, just make sure all the clips are in, everything's connected, and you're basically just gonna feed these wires through the hole, and this should slide right down into the clock spring area. And from there, you basically just bolt everything up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to connect the steering wheel horn. So, next step, I forgot about, I have to figure out which wire from here is like the power cable kind of thing. I watched a couple of videos trying to figure out how to wire this up. And I basically have to find the two wires that are the power and the ground and wire them to, pull them through here and essentially wire them to this. So I had to go to the store because I couldn't find the crimpers I had. I don't know why, but I had to get male and female disconnectors. You'll see why in a second, but we're gonna need these to wire up the horn. A little update for you guys. So I cut the harness from the plug. Let me take this off a little bit more. But you can see the harness that was in the original steering wheel, I plugged in, but I cut it, and I needed one wire on that. So I put a male connector right on that. And now from there, you need to shove every piece of wire through this. And you're going to, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's the red wire is the one you're going to want to put the end on. You can ignore all the other ones. We won't be using any of those. Those are all for steering wheel controls. You just want the red one and the black one that also is connected to it, the long one. These are for the airbag. You can plug in resistors, which I might buy eventually, but other than that, I'll just throw an airbag light. And then this other one, I don't know what exactly it's for, but I'm not going to be using it because I've already tested the horn and it works when you push the horn button in. But let's get this all bolted back together, get the nut on there and everything, and on the quick release bolted back up, and I'll show you guys that it works. And then from here, obviously, you're going to put the yellow wire from the quick release to the black wire that came on the OEM harness from the wheel. And then the one you just wired up will get the black wire from the quick release into there. And then after that, you just bolt this all up, shove all the wires in there the best you can. Once you have this all put back together, the next thing you need to do is cut off the end of the black wire depending on what kind of quick release you have. Obviously this is not for everyone, but mine came with a female and a male. You need to cut off the male and put a female so that way you can connect both to the back of the button for the horn. And once you're done with that, you guys can put this back on. And once it's back on, put the horn in there. My battery is dead as crap, so I gotta do a little jump box. Give her a little juice. I'm actually so excited that this actually works. I've not seen anyone else with a Genesis that has a quick release that has a working horn. That is sick. Now you guys can get the new short hub and wire it all up and make it work with your Genesis Coupe and have a working horn. I don't know why it's such a flex to have one. I'm just OCD. I knew it was there and I wanted to have it. It's not even a necessity. For something like this, I mean, it is technically illegal to drive without a horn, but you also get to keep your clock spring, which has a bunch of different features on it. The one thing though, I will point out that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's just something little. If this is all I have to sacrifice, I guess I'll live with it. There is a little bit of a bigger gap here, and it's not because of the wiring harness. I checked without that plug in there, and there is still, no matter what, this gap. Because I was checking to see whether if I could just pin stuff in there or not, but it's not the end of the world. The old one slides all the way through in there. I think it's just because this thing is meant for like a Sonata and a couple others where it doesn't have a flush fit. But like other than that, I mean, that's the only flaw. But this one does stick out a lot further than the old one, just a little bit. I don't know why, but yeah, it's like a whole little contraption now going on. Kind of wild, sticks out further. But it looks good in there, and I'm so excited this stuff all works finally. Thank you guys for watching. I know this video is a little similar to my last one from a couple of videos ago, but hopefully you guys liked it. Don't forget to drop that like, subscribe if you guys are new, and stay stancy.